Bonjour mes étudiants 8th standard. I welcome you all for this new session. So we are there in lesson 11, une journée bien chargée. So from this lesson we have to finish 2 more exercises. With that we are completing this lesson today. So let's move on to the exercise. So far we have seen exercise number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yet we have to see exercise number 7, 8 and 9. So 8th exercise is a very simple exercise, so I want to give this as a homework for you. So you have to just put it here, cal-mavu. So you have to choose from here and you have to put it here. Exercise number 7 and 9 we will discuss today. It's a very short video. So already I have taught you this. First we will start with exercise number 7 and I'll tell you what would be your online test. Okay, so exercise number 7, trouver les questions, that is find out the questions. Si je vais au cinéma, so si je vais au cinéma, so already I have told you many times, whenever it is si, the question must be negative. If it is oui or no, the question can be positive, but it should be est que. Okay, and fifth one is C. So again the question should be negative. So these exercises already we have seen in the previous lessons. So now straight away I will show you the question and answer and let's discuss on it. So here are the questions. First question is Si je vais au cinéma. So if you focus on this question, as I said, C, that enables us to change the question into negatives, interrogative statement. But what is here in the subject is je. So whenever the answer is je, the question should be tu. So si je vais au cinéma, the question should be tu ne veux pas au cinéma. Here what they try to explain is, C is what? C is denying, but in a positive way. They say, yes, I want to come to cinema. So I told you during class session, who said I want to come to cinema. So imagine I come to you and ask, aren't you coming for cinema? So you are not coming for cinema. Who said I will come to cinema? Like that you will say no, you will deny no. That is denying but same time accepting the offer. Okay, so tu ne vas pas au cinéma. So if you just concentrate in this sentence, subject is changed, je, that is changed to tu, and second thing, since there is si, ne pas is given, and between that va is given because it is a aller verb. Je conjugation is vas, but here it is vas. Okay, pas au cinéma question mark. Okay, so that's it. Point number 1 is over. Second one, non, je n'ai pas vu le film. So the question is like this: no, I didn't saw the film. I didn't saw the film. So the question will be like this: is it that you saw the film? So est-ce que vous avez vu le film? So whenever it is yes or no, that is non or oui, the question should be formed like this: est-ce que. Okay, est-ce que is the only question which says the answer in yes or no. So the question type should be est-ce que. So yes or no type questions they will say in English the same thing. Non, je n'ai pas vu le film. That is the answer. For that answer the question is est-ce que vous avez vu le film. Okay, so third one, see, oui, ils ont acheté le livre. Oui is what? Yes, they have bought the book. Ont-ils acheté le livre? This can also be written as est-ce que ils ont acheté le livre? That is also correct. Ont-ils acheté le livre? This is inversion method. See, they have taken out this we. This on went in front of ILS. That is inversion, nothing but verb first, second is subject, and third is verb 2. Verb 1, subject, verb 2, le, leave. So this is a helping verb. So there are two types of asking question for yes or no, that is eske. The second one is directly using the verb. What verb is this? Over verb. So directly using the verb first, on, and then the subject, on til, achete, le livre. Okay. Now fourth one. No, je n'ai pas pris le chocolat. So the answer is no, je n'ai pas pris le chocolat. So there are two ways of asking. Since there is no, we can use eske. Est-ce que tu as pris le chocolat? That is also correct. The another way of asking straight away using like a sentence, subject, verb, object, and making a question. This is called intonation type. Okay, there are three types of questions. One is intonation, second is eske, third is inversion. I think I taught you this in lesson 7. So this is intonation type 1, this is inversion type 3, and this is eske type 2. Okay, so all the three types they have given to make yourself little aware of this, because 9th and 10th you might have questions like this. So no, je n'ai pas pris le chocolat. The answer is tu as pris le chocolat. Fifth one, C. So as I said, when C comes, this question should be created in negative form. Si ils ont fini le devoir. The question is, est-ce qu'ils n'ont pas fini les devoirs? See, whenever it is C, what is asked? Est-ce qu'ils n'ont pas fini les devoirs? They have used the same sentence. If you just see, they have used ne pas in the first verb. I mean ne here and pas here. Okay, and they have used the full sentence. Before that they use eske. Okay, you might have a question, sir, you said yes, we, or no. Only for this you can use eske. Then why you use eske here? The thing is, there are two forms of asking question. One is with eske and other form is without eske. Here they used type 2, so that's why they have used eske. Okay, type 2 is eske, and see, if you see, the remaining sentence will repeat as it is here. Since C is there, to replace C they have used ne pas. So with this exercise number I think 4 sorry, exercise number, sorry, I am not aware of the exercise number, just wait. Yeah, exercise number 7 is over, and exercise number 8 is your homework. Now we are going to see exercise number 9. Before seeing exercise number 9, we must know what is the use of this verbs. So how many verbs are there? Verb number 1, passé composé, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. So how many verbs are there? 6 verbs are there. Okay, so other than verbs, what are there? There is a preposition, préjus, preposition, pizza is a noun, sympa is adjective, beaucoup is adverb. So one adjective, one adverb, and one preposition is there. Now we have to read the content of this. Okay, so whenever it is a verb, it will be next to the subject. See, for example, J apostrophe is the subject. Okay, so all the verbs will come very next to the subject. If the verbs are over, remaining things which acts as noun, preposition, adjective will fit in the other dashes. Okay, so now I will read the question once and then I will explain you the answers. Here j'ai dash une belle fille. So here I dash a beautiful girl. I saw a beautiful girl, or I met a beautiful girl. So I think j'ai rencontré une belle fille dash qui s'appelle Anna. Okay, first I will read this so that it will have a clear idea. On a dash parlé. Et j'ai dash son numéro de téléphone. Aujourd'hui, j'ai dash Anna et nous dash d'aller au nouveau restaurant. Lycée dash lycée près du lycée. Okay, près du. I think près du will come here. On dash des dash et on dash du coca. So coca is what? A drink. So I think on a bu. Okay. So on dash they dash. Okay, now we will just try to sort out. First we should know the meaning. Abu means we drank. On a appelé means we called someone. On a rencontre means we met someone. Près du means nearby. Pizza, you know what it is. Sympa means nice, very kind. Beaucoup means lot of. J'ai pris means I took. Avons décidé means have decided. A manger means we ate. So first thing what they want to say is they met. Let me be that I met a beautiful girl. J'ai rencontré une belle fille. Sympa. Sympa means charming or nice. Qui s'appelle Anna. Okay, on a beaucoup parlé. Because already the verb is there, only the adverb should be added. So I put the adverb here. Beaucoup is here. So just mark this is number 1. And Sympa is number 2. And beaucoup is number 3. On a beaucoup parlé. Okay. Et j'ai dash son numéro de téléphone. So what should be then? J'ai pris. Okay, this is the 4th one. I took the number from her. Okay, j'ai pris son numéro de téléphone. J'ai dash Anna. J'ai appelé Anna. So I called her today. And nous avons décidé d'aller. Nous avons décidé. So nous, only nous will have avons. So that's why I conclude this. Nous avons décidé d'aller au restaurant près du lycée. Okay, près du lycée. On, what is left out? On a mangé. See here. On a mangé des pizzas. On a mangé des pizzas et on a bu du coca. So now I will show you the answer. You can copy from there, and then I will explain you once again to avoid confusions. Okay. So here's the answer. Complétez les textes en utilisant les mots donnés. So I'll read the text once. Hier, j'ai rencontré une belle fille sympa qui s'appelle Anna. On a beaucoup parlé et j'ai pris son numéro de téléphone. Aujourd'hui, j'ai appelé Anna et nous avons décidé d'aller au nouveau restaurant près de lycée. On a mangé des pizzas et on a bu du coca. So all the answers are correct. You can take it up now. I'll just wait for a minute and then I'll once again explain this. Okay, so I'll explain you once again. Even if you put the numbers, you can just write it later. Hier, j'ai rencontré une belle fille sympa qui s'appelle Anna. So yesterday I met a beautiful girl who's very good, and her name is Anna. On a beaucoup parlé et j'ai pris son numéro de téléphone. So we both talk a lot and I took her phone number. Aujourd'hui, j'ai appelé Anna et nous avons décidé d'aller au restaurant. So I called Anna today and we have decided to go for a restaurant près de lycée, so nearby the school. On a mangé des pizzas et on a bu du coca. So we ate some pizza and we drank some coca. Coca means Coca-Cola. Okay. So in this passage, what you must know is they have used the passé composé. So whatever which is given here is passé composé, which is already been taught to you. So remember that passé composé, that is very important. That will come from 9th standard and it will continue till 12th standard. So that is the reason you must concentrate on this. Okay, so you take the answers from this. In case if you have not written the answers, just pause the video, write down the answers and then move to the next step. With this we are completing this lesson. So today's online test will be exercise number 9 for you. Your homework will be exercise number 8, and other exercises you can start writing in your classwork, and I think you have to submit your classwork this week. So kindly finish it. So as I already told you, don't forget the rules for passé composé, as I already told you. So read these rules, and if you write and see, that will be well and good. And especially irregular verbs, you must mug up this, memorize this, because next year you will not have this tabular column in your book. So it's better to write this in your grammar part. All these verbs are very important, and if you know the meaning of the verb also, it will be well and good for you. So kindly write down the meanings also. So with this we are completing exercise lesson 11 in journée bien chargée. So next class we will be seeing lesson 12. So I'll just tell you what all you have to finish. Passé composé, that should be written in grammar part, all these things, and the following page also, 102 and 101. And exercises you write in the classwork till exercise number 9. Omit exercise number 10. Exercise number 10 is not required, and your homework for today is exercise number 8. Your online test for today is exercise number 9. So with this we complete lesson 11. So that's it for the days, guys. Merci mes étudiants. Please revise well for the test and do your test well. Merci, bonne journée.